Hi. I have some written journals ready and waiting to record, but I seem to be on a spate of live ones for whatever reason. Let's see what comes out. I was just pondering how, um, I have more than 1,100 videos up now, at least on YouTube, and the bulk of them center around this whole looking at life from heart thing. And yet, there are many people that write to me or tell me in the comments that it just doesn't connect for them. They just don't get it. And so, it seems so simple to me, but when we look at how life seems to each one of us, it's good to be aware that we're working mostly with the 10% of our mind that's conscious. Heart and centering, or even just being in the now, will have the same effect if you can truly disconnect from everything having to do with time, which to me, that equates to the 3D mind. But, I want to give space for everyone to have their own unique experience. I believe heart's universally available, but that doesn't mean our experience of it will be the same any more than our experience of 3D life is the same. But what I've been pondering then is that our beliefs are in the way, and they're much more powerful than I've been realizing. I've been working on beliefs for a few years now. Once I majored in psychology back in 1972. Not that I stuck with it. As it went on, they were teaching theory as if it was God's truth, and I wasn't going to buy into that. It just seemed too phony to me. But anyway, once I realized that we're the creators of our reality, once I opened up to allow that, maybe my major belief is that anything is possible. And see, when you adopt a belief like that, maybe it's necessary in order to experience things that are out of the realm of what you consider possible, what your mind would like to consider possible. Sure, all beliefs are limits, but, so is the body, and we're not going to throw the body away just because it's a limit. It's also a divinely wonderful instrument. So everything really depends on your perspective on it. And so whatever it takes for each and every one of us to develop flexibility, the ability to look at really, really different things, or to look at the same things in really radically different ways. For instance, the sun is a being that you can go have a visit with. That's fairly radical for a lot of people. And again, I'm pretty well anchored, and I've got several college degrees and things, so I'm not your typical nutcase, although I'm sure there are those who might think I am, especially if they just drop by and watch one or two videos and then take off. It takes a little bit to get the feel for this, and most of us have the hamster-wheeling going on in the mind, and so it's too occupied, it's too busy to slow down and tune in. And that's fine, it's a funny way to say it, but it's no skin off my nose whether somebody gets it or whether they don't. I'm not invested in that because I'm not here to be teaching. I'm just here to be shining. And, you know, the desire, it's love. It's love that does the shining, and love does desire to bless. And so I want to get myself out of the way as much as possible, so that by being that empty vessel, the purity of something can shine through without too much personality in the way. So I guess at this point, I'm going to say the way I look at it is that there must be some necessary work done with beliefs first to clear out the ones that are most limiting. And the way that I have found best to do that is to adopt a new belief, one of your choosing, instead of something you were programmed with, like we all were. And when you adopt a new belief, anything within the subconscious that objects to it will come forward. And then you'll be able to see that, work with it, deal with it. I would suggest tapping as a way to move energy. EFT, emotional freedom technique. There's plenty of info and free instruction. It's very, very simple out on the web. And so, and you can put your own script together about what energy do you want to move? What beliefs do you want to surrender? What beliefs are in your way? A lot of people work with EFT over money issues. I don't know who among us doesn't have issues around money. If you happen to have a lot of money currently, then whatever issues those are would be buried, and they wouldn't come to the fore because they don't need to. Anyway, okay, so I guess I will go ahead and read this one that I have all geared up and ready to go, but I'll make this a separate video so they don't get too long. See you again soon.